Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining us. My name is Debbie and I'm on the creative design team at Sizzix, and I'm here to shake it up a little bit with our shaker panes. Now you're probably thinking the shaker panes are only for scrapbooking pages or maybe for some cards or just some little ornaments like my fellow crafter Jess had shared with you. But I also want to share with you an idea that you can do for all the fun and all the rage that are the photo props. So those are used little things that you see in the photo prop booths at weddings, showers, birthday parties, or just because all over social media. But it's a fun way to mix it up using our shaker paints. And I'm going to share with you the one that's called Memory Maker, and that's using the camera. So if you're familiar with the shaker panes, this particular one is the circle. You're going to get 3 full circle panes. They have an adhesive ring on the back and on the opposite side, and they also have an extra little circle film that you can use to cover it up depending on what you're working with. So there's a couple different ways to use these, but you can either put your little sprinkles inside, whether they're sequins and beads inside, and then peel off your adhesive little ring thing. This is a little red adhesive strip, so when you peel it off, it's ready to stick down, whether you're gonna use this piece to close it up and maybe shake it up. But this side also has the adhesive ring that you're gonna peel off, and that'll completely enclose your embellishments that you're putting inside, whether they're tiny die cuts of flowers, leaves, it could be a photo with some little sprinkles of sequins and beads inside, whatever you choose. These little adhesive, strong adhesive rings, once the red piece is peeled off, they're firmly in place and your beads and sequins will not go anywhere. They won't go flying, so the person that receives your card will not be annoyed with you. Anyway, so there's a couple different ways to do it. You could either sprinkle the actual little sequins and beads on top of your area that you're going to enclose, peel off this backing and lay this down, and it'll close it all up. You peel this off, adhere it to the back side of your card or your little prop that I'm going to be showing you in a minute, and it's ready to go. But the good thing about this piece is it could be an actual little ornament. You could put your little embellishments inside, close it up, put another adhesive ring, another ring around it, which is from the Framlits, and then it'll close it up, seal it up, and it'll just hide that stickiness and put a little string on it and can be a little ornament or something to dangle off of a card or a gift. But these have that protective film on it. So when you get your shaker panes, you're gonna wanna peel this off. It'll give it a little cloudy effect if that's what you like, but it does peel off really easily, both sides, and it'll make it a lot more visible and your embellishments inside will be a lot clearer. So you're gonna get 3 different size circles, and each circle has its corresponding actual circle plastic piece. So for the particular framelit set that I'm gonna be using, it comes with stamps and framelits. So you're gonna stamp the camera, put the framelit over it, and it's registered perfectly and it'll run right through, cut beautifully, perfectly around your stamped image. Same with your message. So the stamp set comes with, well, the stamp and framelit set, obviously stamp and framelit, but it comes with the corresponding dies that will go with it. So this piece here, this will be a ring. It'll be an actual framelit. They both will. This one has a wider border. So if you can see here on the little project that I'm going to be showing you, the silver piece, that is using the larger framelit. That's a little wider. The golden piece that you can see, that's using the skinnier one. It's up to you. You can use both like I did. You can use one, whichever you decide. But they actually correspond on top of the stamped image, so it matches up perfectly. And then it's up to you whatever colors you want to use, or if you want to do 2 little flashes. But all these little individual pieces embellish it and make it such a cute little project. So you have your flash, you have your rings, you have this little piece on the side of the camera, the little areas here just to bring up and pop it up with a little more color. And you also have the framelit, which is the camera itself. So this will cut out all of this. It doesn't emboss anything, and it cuts it all out. It will also cut out the actual circle. So you can either print your image, stamp your image, your message, or you can, instead of a message, you can use somebody's photo and then cut out the actual photo out of one of the rings. So let me show you how it works. You're gonna get a couple messages, capture the moment. Let's see. Of course, I can't read it backwards. Making beautiful memories, which is a great little message for a camera, and also the little heart. So it's up to you. These can be embellishments around your card or your project, whatever you're creating. But on this particular one, I use Capture the Moment. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I made it. So I'm gonna be using my Big Shot machine. First, I want to stamp my message, or sorry, my camera. And the camera I did out of our Mermaid Kiss. And I'm gonna take one of the acrylic blocks. Now I'm using our Mermaid Kiss, but I don't wanna print it or stamp it onto the textured side. It'll give a smoother image onto, if I stamp it onto the smooth side of the cardstock. Okay, let me go ahead, make sure all that is inked up. So that's stamped. Now you're gonna think, oh shoot, it didn't do all of it. But if you look at the actual stamp itself, it's kind of a whimsy type of design, so it doesn't have full, perfectly finished edges, and you'll see that when you go ahead and run it through and cut it. So just to save time, I'm gonna do also at the same time as I cut the framelit, I'm going to do my message. So this is Capture the Memories. And I'm gonna do this on my smooth side of my cardstock, and this is the Cherry Blossom. Capture the Moment. Okay, my stamping is all done and good to go. So since these are both framelits, there's no bigs, there's no embossing at the same time, I'm gonna be able to do both die cutting at the same time. Okay, so I wanna position this. So you can see it's going to go perfectly right around it. You want to make sure your borders are even. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my maker's tape just to hold it in place. That way it won't shift while I'm putting, actually I'm not going to, there's no framelit to go around my Capture the Memories, so I'm going to take that off. So this is the only one I'm going to be die cutting. Take that off. And then I'm going to put another cutting pad on the top, and then I will run it through. Now you'll hear the crackling. It's just letting you know that the blades are hitting the paper and the cutting pad at the same time. And there is that. How perfect is that? Okay, that's ready to go. You can use this to stamp your message if you want. If I wanted to stamp Capture the Moment on this, it would fit perfectly. But this I'll just save for another day because, you know, you never know when you'll need a Mermaid Kiss circle. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this behind it and make sure it fits. And since I have this excess off, I'm gonna trim it. Okay, so that's good to go. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my other pieces and I'm just going to die cut those other embellishments. So I have some of my Opulent Silver, my Opulent Gold, and I'm going to cut all the little pieces that I need. And then I take this little piece here, and I will, since this isn't printed, I will put the good side, the blade against the good side. And that's just a good rule to remember, especially if you're doing any kind of die cutting for a message. You want to make sure the good side of the blade is against the paper. The good side of, sorry, the blade is against the good side of the paper because otherwise your word will be backwards. I'll run this through. And these are all the little pieces that will go on the camera once I'm done putting it together. Let me take my die pick to poke out these little bits. We have these little poke holes in the back, which saves time, so you're not going to be digging out your die cut, especially on these more that are a little more intricate. Okay, so I am done die cutting, so I'm going to put my machine off to the side. for now. Okay, so get my dies out of the way. So I have my pieces here. Now, there's, like I had said, there's a couple different ways I could do my shaker pane. So I could lay it down like that, put all my little sprinkles inside if I want, or I can peel this piece up. Put a little die pick behind here just to get the adhesive exposed. And now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is positioned perfectly. I'm going to lay that down there like that. Okay, so that's all set, ready to go. Now this is almost like a bowl. So what I could do is I could go ahead and add my little sprinkles inside. So with a fun little mixture of the sequins and beads, I've chosen the Mermaid Kiss, some of the gold, some of the Opulent Rose Gold, and some of the Cherry Blossom. On the funnel tray, it's a perfect little tool to have, so you know it's going to go right in. So I'm going to go ahead, open up this little cap here, and just let all the fun spill in. Got some of it in the cap. And then you know that's all good, ready to seal up. So let me see if I can take this ring off without letting it all go everywhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'll peel off this red adhesive backing. And then I'm going to take the circle, that clear circle that I was talking about, that you're just going to want to go ahead and peel off that backing on both sides. And you don't want to put too much of the sequins and beads or whatever you add inside, just because you don't want it to obscure the view of whatever your message is inside. So now I'm going to take, because you want them to read it, right? So now I'm going to take my adhesive tape, and I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge. Because you know all your sequins and beads are all fully enclosed, so you know it's going to stay put inside there. This is just going to finish up your cute little project. So that's all ready to close up like that. Just enough so they can see what your cute little message is inside. So that's ready to go. Let me trim this off so you can't see this little pink backing here. But the other way I was explaining that instead, I could have sprinkled the embellishments or sequins of beads inside, and then peeled off this and closed it down, and then put the camera on this part after it was peeled off. That way it's all cleared, all sealed up, and then I would just have that separate excess circle that would be used for another use. So that's another way that you could do all of that. So that's all ready to go, all closed up. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do all the little additions that I had already die cut. You could use any kind of glue, double-sided tape, or wet adhesive for this piece here. And these are just little embellishments just to bring your camera to life. This, I already put our double-sided adhesive sheets on it, so it's already a sticker, so that saves a lot of time. Same with this gold piece here. And they all match up and kind of give your camera a little character. So if there's a theme to your party, do it in the color theme. You could do add some flowers maybe from another die set you have, just to make it a little more of a personalized project, especially for the camera, the shaker pane camera. I think that would be really fun. There's all sorts of different other things that you can do with photo props, and I have a few that I'm going to show you, just different things that I came up with, because when I see a die set and I see a different image, I kind of look at it and go, you know what this also could be instead of a heart? You know what this also could be instead of a branch or a circle? There's so many different things that you can do. So I'm going to show you those in a minute. And then the final little piece, I'm going to take a little bit of our double-sided foam adhesive, just so the flash will be a real flash, like the paparazzi is really showing up. And that's that. all ready to go. So another trick that I did to create my little stick is I took a skewer, you know, the kind you use in the backyard all the time, and then I just took our hibiscus acrylic paint, squirt. I'm not going to do it on camera just because it'll be messy and it won't dry fast enough, but I'd already done it. So I just take a little bit of our acrylic paint, whichever color you choose. On this one I did the Mango Tango, but on the one I'm doing on camera, I'm going to use the hibiscus. So I squirted it in a napkin, and then I just take my skewer and then I just kind of guide it up. And if it's not completely coated enough, wait till it dries and then do it again. That way you know that it's going to be fully coated and fully covered. So that's just a really fun trick just to make these a little more exciting than just the basic wood color. Okay, so just using my hot glue gun, I'm just going to tuck this behind here. It doesn't matter that this isn't completely coated because it is going to be hidden on the camera, behind the photo prop camera. Put that to the side, and then I'm just going to tuck this back there behind here. Let it dry. And there you have it. How fun is that? Whoa, it's not dry enough. How fun is that? I mean, I think this is the cutest. All the different things you could do. Colors, if it's for a baby shower, you could put the baby's little name in there. You could put welcome to the world. There's so many fun things that you can do with this, especially because you're going to be capturing so many moments on vacation. And this would be a great prop to have just to take on your trip and just kind of have it in your in most of your photos when you're doing a scrapbook. And then, you know, it just kind of has the theme of wherever you are, and it brings great memories and you're literally capturing the moment. So this is a fun way to do one of the projects using the shaker paints and our stamp and framelit set called Memory Maker. So I want to show you really quick just a couple projects that I created. One, like I said, when I see a die set, I kind of look at it and go, what else could that be? So when I saw this Vase and Foliage by Jen Ogborn, it has a vase and it has the foliage, obviously. It also has this little piece here that will cut off so you can change the length or the height, sorry, of your vase. But I saw this, and when it was cut in black, I'm like, you know what, this kind of looks like an eyelash. So how about if you did the same idea, cut it out of matte board, because it's a Bigz Die, you can cut all sorts of things. And this is a fun photo prop. Have two of them against your face, and you have eyelashes, and they're a lot cheaper than extensions. They're made out of paper. So that's a fun one using the Vase and Foliage. Using the vase part, this is the part that I was saying that it cuts off the perfect size vase. On a normal day, it would be a vase. But if I thought, if I added a little stem on here, that could be another photo prop, a celebratory one, champagne glasses. You could do it in a white and then have this red underneath for a glass of wine, but this is a fun project using this Vase and Foliage die, but bringing it to life as eyelashes and a champagne glass. Another idea is we have a framelit set. This is a scallop circle and this is a regular circle. You get 8 different sizes in each pack. So this is one SKU and this is a separate one. But if you cut just one out, you have a nice scallop circle. But if you cut it out with another smaller one in the middle, it creates a ring. So since this is a thinlit, I cut it out of multiple pieces of our Opulent Cardstock. Actually, I cut out a bunch of cardstock, just white, and then one with adhesive sheets in our Opulent Gold Glitter. And how fun are these glasses? I mean, this is a really fun prop. Took our gold acrylic paint, wiped it up, and that's a fun project right there. Similar idea, using the circle. Like I said, you get 8 different sizes. This is a circle one, and this is a fun another idea. Just do a little strip in the middle to create the part where the nose goes, and that's a fun little photo prop. I mean, you can personalize it. You don't have to order the ones online. It's so much more fun, and the people or the guests of honor, or if it's your party for yourself, how much more appreciative are they when it is a project that you made yourself? You can add different things like XOXO, you can add 2022, whatever the year. If it's somebody's anniversary, you could put the year that they got married, put their initials on there. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. Make it a theme, make it a holiday, and make it fun. So I hope you've enjoyed these. There's so many different things you can do with these. And with the shaker paint, They're not only for scrapbooking, they're not only for cards, there's so many different things you can do to create with this Making Memory stamp and framelit set. We shake it up a little bit with our shaker panes. The Memory Maker is great for any upcoming adventures you have, whether it's on the road, in the air, out and about, at a party. It's a great project to have for all of your photo booth props, and everybody will just absolutely love it. It'd be a fun one to make a few of them and let your guests take them home too. So have fun and shake it up.